Hey everyone, Rowan and Kami and 185 here, and here I am with something a little different. If you know me from anywhere on the internet, but mostly on DeviantArt, you know that I'm a fan of Mega Man. And after seeing Tom's old video where he showcased his own Robot Masters, which I highly recommend checking them out because even by today's standards, they look pretty decent, I figured it's time that I showcase my own set of Robot Masters. Now, I briefly went over these Robot Masters when I first uploaded them onto my DeviantArt account, but I still feel like making a video going over them. Besides, not all of my points in the video will be carbon copies of the points in the description of those artworks, so with that out of the way, here are my drawings. The first Robot Master is Slotman. Some of you on DeviantArt may know this guy as the first artwork I did on my Pro. Yeah, even back into 2016, it's pretty subpar, but 3 years later, he's in a better style and a better design. This stage is set in an abandoned casino, which is modified into a death trap for Mega Man. Slotman's method of attack is shooting coins out of his slot and using his arms to punch Mega Man. The weapon you get off him is Slot Shooter. I briefly went over this weapon in my first artwork back in 2016 as well, and it still works the same as the last time I described it. Rapidly shoots coin, and when charged, shoots a giant coin which obliterates anything in his path. And yeah, that's pretty much Slotman for ya. The next and the first of many Robot Masters you haven't seen before by me is Propeller Man. Yeah, looking at him may remind you of Gyro Man's cousin, but like Gyro Man, whose stage is set in the sky, Propeller Man's stage is first set underwater because almost every Mega Man game needs at least one water-based Robot Master before staying placed in a tower in the sky. During the battle, there are spikes in the arena, and Propeller Man mainly blocks your shots with propellers, tosses his big propeller around, and tries to blow you to the spikes with it. He also has a second phase, kinda like Blockman, where he summons water where he hits half health, and his speed increases. The weapon you get from him is Propeller Blade. It works kinda like Anchor's Mirror Buster, where it reflects an enemy's attack. It'll be up for pretty long, but there's not much ammo for it, so don't get too used to it. Put it together and you got Propeller Man. Disease Man's design speaks for itself. He has a thermometer in high stats to show fever, he has a runny nose, and the skull and crossbone symbols all over his body since disease can lead to death. His stage is set in a chemical plant, and when you find him, he mainly attacks by just jumping weakly, throws up, and sneezes. But don't let that fool you, since coming out of the throws and sneezes are green corrosive slimes which will really hurt you. The weapon you get from him is Disease Spread. When fired, they will shoot out green corrosive slime, which will not only deal great damage, but spread around the floor around you, making it kinda broken. And that's Disease Man! Cancer Man may sound like Disease Man's brother, but he's not. He's named after a constellation, just like Gemini Man, which is why he's designed like a crab, because that's what the constellation he's named after resembles. His stage is set in the beach at night, though there won't be any part that will take place underwater. After all, we got Propeller Man for that. When you find him, the ceiling is filled with spikes, and Cancer Man will launch his claws at you and uses his cancer claws to blow bubbles that will take you to the spikes, just like Burst Man. The weapon you get is Cancer Claw, which works like Bubble Crash Bubble Slash, except it encases enemies in a bubble and destroys them when it hits solid. So that's Cancer Man! Bandit Man is designed after, well, a bandit. He is basically the non-hands robot out of the group, since most of the game in the classic series had at least one no-hands robot. His stage is set in the ghost town, and he mainly attacks by shooting bullets and dashing around the arena. When you defeat him, you get Bandit Dash. It works like the Break Dash from Mega Man 5 on Game Boy, except it is much faster, stronger, and it lasts longer. So yeah, that's Bandit Man. Up next is the heavyweight of the group, Heavy Man. And no, he's not the robotic clone of the Heavy from Team Fortress 2, though I took inspiration from him to make Heavy Man. Anyways, Heavy Man's body is made entirely out of heavy iron, and he hides himself in an artillery base. When you fight him, he shoots out very heavy bullets and tries to stomp you to the ground while causing shockwaves. His weapon is heavy scaffolding. It works kinda like the bounce ball from Mega Man 11, except you can shoot 4 strong bullets, but it only bounces off walls. And that's Heavy Man! The next Robot Master is, or shall I say are, Sentence Men. Yes, you're seeing this right, this is a duo of Robot Master. Just like the obscure Clockman from the Japan-only Mega Man based for the Wonder Swan. Their stage is set in an abandoned jailhouse, and their main method of attack is surrounding you and running to the other side of the arena. But there's a catch, as they'll try and attack you while running, whereby jumping to tackle you or dash at you with their sentence club. Speaking of the sentence club, that's your weapon you get from them. It works like a flamethrower as a close range weapon, and it can penetrate breakable walls. And that's sentence meant for ya. And now for the final Royal Master, and possibly my greatest creation, Trauma Man. He claims to be made out of stuff from kids' nightmares. As such, he has jack-o'-lanterns, screaming trees, sharp feet, and a syringe, and his stage is set in a haunted forest. His main method of attack is jab at you rapidly with his syringe, use it to create shockwaves of blood, and throw exploding vegetables at you. You get the trauma bomb upon defeating him, which works like the aforementioned disease spread, except it shoots exploding vegetables outwards. Pull this together and you got Trauma Man! So yeah, that's my group of Royal Masters for you. Feel free to leave your thoughts on them, as well as telling me what your own Royal Masters are. I'll be happy to see them. Until then, this is Rowan and K185, signing out.